From the Fox 43 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Danielle Miller with an update on the tropics and your Weather Smart forecast as we continue to monitor an area of low pressure off the southeast coast that could become tropical. Regardless, we've got a wet weekend ahead. Here is the latest. This is as of 11 a.m. on our Friday morning for Potential Tropical Cyclone 16. All that means is this could develop tropical characteristics. The National Hurricane Center is putting out forecasts and products for this system, but it's not quite there yet. If it does become tropical in nature, if it becomes a little bit more organized, we'll be talking about Ophelia. In the meantime, though, regardless of tropical characteristics or not, there are certainly tropical wind speeds around the system. Winds gusting near 50 miles per hour. The storm itself, the center, is moving to the north at about 12 miles per hour. Now, we already have tropical storm warnings in place for much of the southeast. This includes Charleston up through Myrtle Beach, Wilmington up into parts of North Carolina, even Delmarva, seeing some of those tropical storm warnings in place. It does look like a lot of these warnings have expanded into parts of eastern North Carolina, just to the east of Raleigh. Now, for us, in south central Pennsylvania, we do not have any watches or warnings in place. In fact, we're just going to see more of a rainy and windy day, but this is the setup, and this is what we're kind of looking at down to our south. So things becoming a bit more active today. Here's the latest. As of 11 a.m., we are seeing some rain already pushing through the Outer Banks, eastern North Carolina, down a little bit closer to Wilmington or so. Here in south central PA, we just have those upper level clouds that are going to continue to increase today, but no rain quite yet. Now, this system, it's pretty lopsided. The environment has a bunch of wind shear, which is keeping things not quite level. So the center of the storm is actually over the open water, whereas that shield of precipitation is to its north. So we're going to see if it's able to get its act together. If it does become more symmetric, more tropical in nature, that's when we get the official name of Ophelia. Now, the National Hurricane Center does anticipate it strengthening and becoming a tropical storm, making landfall in North Carolina later on tonight into tomorrow morning. Regardless if it gets the name, the impacts are still the same, and the impacts are ongoing right now. Looking ahead, the track keeps it continuing up to the north. Of course, once it gets off of the ocean and onto land, it loses all of that fuel. So this storm is going to rapidly decline as it moves up to the north. So we'll likely just see an area of low pressure, maybe a post-tropical system as it moves up into the north central PA region, or I should say south central PA region, up into the northeast. So the center of that storm making it to our area by the time we get to Sunday. A lot of the impacts, though, with the storm are going to be well ahead of it to its north. So let's time it out on Futurecast. Let's talk about what you can expect here in Pennsylvania over the next couple of days or so. Today, Friday, we are quiet. We still have a nice day on tap. We just have increasing clouds, no rain to talk about. Friday night football, you're good to go. As we go overnight, think midnight and later, that's when we start to see showers move on in. It is looking pretty wet as we wake up on Saturday morning. Here's 8 a.m. Widespread showers across the area, could be strong at times or heavy in nature. Scattered showers continuing as we go throughout the day on Saturday. You might get a break here or there, but periods of rain certainly likely. We're going to keep with that activity as we go overnight Saturday into Sunday morning. Maybe a little bit more dry time through the day on Sunday, but we do still keep that chance for some scattered activity. Even Monday, I can't completely rule out that chance for a stray shower on the backside of that system. So things definitely looking a bit unsettled for us here at home. Rainfall totals, we are looking at a widespread 1 to 2 inches of rain, but isolated areas could see near 3 inches of rain. Certainly the heavier amounts or those higher totals are going to be out to our east towards Philadelphia, towards the Jersey Shore. Areas west of Harrisburg will see less rain, maybe closer to an inch. Out towards Pittsburgh, maybe a quarter of an inch if they're lucky. Really not a big storm for them. When it comes to flooding or any flooding concerns, those are really going to be pretty minimal for us. We are in drought conditions. We could really use some rain, and it's been pretty dry this week. So we can handle it, plus it comes over the period of a couple of days. Still watch for some of those problem spots. Those could still be problematic for us over the next couple of days. Winds, they're going to pick up. Nothing tropical nature or tropical force, I should say, but breezes and wind gusts near 20 miles per hour for your Friday, closer to 30 to 35 miles per hour through Saturday and Sunday, and then those start to ease on down as we go on into early next week. Another thing with the storm we'll be keeping an eye on, though not really an impact for us here in south central PA, is that storm surge threat from South Carolina through the Atlantic City area up in New Jersey. we could see some issues with storm surge, 3 to 4 feet of storm surge, which is going to be that extra water that gets pushed on shore with the storm. So that's something we're also going to be keeping an eye on. But again, here in South Central PA, we don't have the ocean near us, so that's not quite as much of a concern. Here's a full look at your weekend forecast. Friday, dry, no worries. Saturday, periods of rain, 25 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts. It's pretty chilly too. We are stuck in the 50s all day long. Sunday, scattered showers, still looking pretty breezy, still looking cool. Most of us are in the 50s through the day. If we're able to get some more dry time, we could make it up into the low 60s. Stay tuned for a more finer tuned detailed forecast on that. Of course, your full Weather Smart 7-day forecast you can always find on fox43.com/weather. Meteorologist Allie Debicki in with you for your Friday night planning and shows here on Fox 43. She's also hanging out with you on Saturday. She will keep you up to date with the very latest information. Thanks so much for tuning on in. Hope everyone has a great soggy weekend.